Hey guys. All right, so we're going to talk about um, losing your power when you are in a relationship with a narcissistic individual. Okay, this topic is also going to involve domestic violence. This is, to me, the perfect example of someone losing their power. Okay, completely helpless, and that's what's going to happen if you lose yourself, which is very possible. You will lose yourself in a narcissistic relationship. You will lose your identity, you will lose yourself, you will forget your power. You will be a puppet with stuffing inside. Instead of who you actually are, stuffing will replace your organs. You will no longer be the powerful person that you are. That is why it is imperative that you dump these people early on, because the longer you're with them, the more likely you are to lose yourself. The more likely you are to become a puppet filled with fluff, filling inside. You will no longer recognize who you are. Your family will no longer recognize you. Your friends will no longer recognize you the longer you are with this toxic person. So this is a true story. And this was on Lee Hammock's um, show that he has on Thursday nights called Waving the Red Flag. Um, you just go to his channel on Thursday nights, 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time at night on Thursdays. So this woman has been putting up with this individual for 2 years. Physical abuse, verbal abuse, blasting the radio in the car on purpose as high as possible. She asked him to turn it down. He did not. She reached to turn the radio down, and he grabbed her by her fingers and pulled her fingers backwards, trying to break her fingers. I was stunned that she put up with his bullshit for 2 years. Okay. So you won't recognize yourself the longer that you're in it. So I was with someone went out with someone who was toxic on Sunday, and I recognized the signs, and I recognized the um, self-absorption, and I recognized the total lack of concern for people that he was using, women he was involved with, that was using them for whatever they were willing to give: sex, food, cooking for him, whatever, cleaning for him, whatever they did for him, one of whom gave him 7 years. I recognized this crap in the beginning, okay? Some people are more covert than him. He is extremely covert, but one-on-one, oh baby, he just gonna let you know straight out the gate that he's a straight up asshole, all right? There was a young lady on the show, because people make comments in there, okay? And I basically had to, we'll get back to the other lady. I had to quit answering her questions because she's determined to keep the narcissist. She knows he's abusive. She knows he's verbally and physically abusive. And she wants to know how to get him back. You know what? You know what? Look, sometimes you reach a point where you are so far gone that you need professional help, because you are too far gone. No matter what this person does to you, you overlook it, and no matter what you just determined to make this work, and it doesn't matter who tries to talk some sense into you. You still, well, I know he put his hands on me, but will he continue to do that? What do you think? So Lee mentioned it. Yes, they will continue to do that because you keep forgiving them. Somebody else in the comments told her the same thing. yes, they will continue. Somebody else told her the wrong thing and said, well, not necessarily. He won't necessarily continue to do that. A toxic person's going to continue to do whatever the hell you allow them to do. And if they get comfortable putting their hands on you and you stay, they're going to continue to do the same thing. Okay? Lee mentioned a statistic where if someone tries to choke you, you are 700%. I don't know what's 700 out of what percentage, but 700 times more likely to be killed by this person, to be eliminated by this person. And I've been through that in abusive relationships. And yes, he's done it more than once. He never hit me, but he loved to take my shirt, ball it up, and shove it against my throat. The reason why they go for your throat is because you will not obey them. You are not allowing yourself to be treated like a child. You are speaking your mind, and that makes them angry because they're losing control. Okay? So to make you shut up, I'm going for this. So if they go for that, you are 700 times more likely to lose your life behind this person. Okay? Anyway, the original lady that I told you about, and it really messes me up that she lost herself to the extent that she did. She finally regained her power, but at what expense? Remember I told you she has, did I tell you she's powerful? First of all, you are powerful, okay? You are going to be used by this person, abused by this person, psychologically manipulated. You will lose who the hell you are. You will get PTSD behind them. They will steal your money, turn your family against you, turn your friends against you, try to get you fired on the job. You are dancing with the devil. Okay? So him almost breaking her fingers, the original lady that I was telling you about, him almost breaking her fingers is not the first time he's put his hands on her. Okay, so remember I said no matter, like, the longer you're with them, the more likely you are to lose who you are and to forget your power. Are you ready? She's a cop. She's a cop. So I want you to think about how far gone she was, because she did not remember her power. She don't remember that she has a gun. She don't remember that she could light your ass up. She could put you in a headlock, throw you to the ground, and everything else. She didn't do none of that because her brain was broken by him and she forgot her power. But yet she was putting on her uniform every day and she was going to work and she was handling domestic violence situations, but she had her own domestic violence at home. She forgot her power. And how brazen her so-called partner, how ballsy do you have to be to put your hands on a cop knowing that your girlfriend is, well, your partner, so-called partner, because she's not really your partner because you're abusive to her, so she's basically your prisoner. How brazen do you have to be involved with someone who could whoop your ass and pull a gun on you and get you arrested? But because she lost her power, she allowed him to abuse her for 2 years. And this is what she does for a living. So if this isn't like a powerful message of how a powerful person could lose themselves, if that's not a powerful lesson, I don't know what is. She's got power. She's authorized to whoop your ass if necessary, throw you to the ground, put her knee in your back, and put cuffs on your ass. And she just rolled over and played dead with him for 2 years. However, you got to understand, and I'll get to that in a minute, but you have to understand that once your so-called partner crosses into enemy territory and they treat you like an enemy/prisoner, You don't need, y'all have reached the point of no return. You've reached the point of no return. So you don't have to be nice anymore. You can be as hateful as you want to. Pack your shit and get the fuck out. I don't care if they cry. I don't care if they cry so hard blood comes out. No, 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 no. We have reached into enemy territory. We will never be back to how it was in the beginning when you were such a nice person. Fake nice person. So a powerful person, it blows my mind, to be quite honest with you, it blows my mind that somebody that powerful in the community lost all her power dealing with him. Good news is she finally came to her senses, and she called for help on the radio, and the cops came and arrested his ass, and he is in jail. Okay. They do try to intimidate you in court, and they would deliberately make faces. Sometimes they will smile and laugh when, you know, the judge mentions or anybody in court mentions what was done to you. They will laugh. Sometimes I've seen people flip the bird. I've seen them laugh at family members who are crying. These people are demons, okay? They're demons. This police officer is an example of how far down the rabbit hole you can go. Okay? How far down the rabbit hole you go. You just lose yourself. It's like someone vacuumed who you are and your power right out of your body. Not only that, but you go on the page of trying to please this person all the time, regardless of what they've done. So it's a form of trauma bonding, for sure. And a powerful person who handles this every day on the job is no exception to the rule. She got sucked into the rabbit hole too. So this is an example. Watch and learn, listen and learn. This is a case in point example of if you don't get rid of their behavior, you don't get rid of them when they first start acting a fool, this is what you're going to sign up for. This is what you're going to sign up for. So y'all pay close attention to that and act accordingly. Okay? This is very serious. Act accordingly. Insane. Absolutely insane. Wow. It's a perfect example, though. But I'm glad she finally got him arrested, though. I'm glad. And like I said, they'll try to make eye contact with you in court, and the judge, I don't know, is she trying to get a restraining order against him? And obviously there will be an arraignment of the charges coming up soon and that kind of thing. And he tried to play victim. Well, you know, I don't know how he worded it. Something that the demon basically told the judge, well, if this is what she wants, then I'll make sure, you know, I'm fine with it or whatever. You don't have a choice. You don't know how to keep your hands off of people. So he is in jail, and there will be a restraining order, and he will be, you know, he'll have to go to court. He will be arraigned on those charges and have to have a lawyer or whatever he's going to do. But it should have come down to this. They will also try to make you feel guilty if you press charges. You going to get me arrested in front of my children? In front of my children? You going to make me lose my job? No, no, no. You are getting arrested because of your behavior in front of your children. You lost your job because of how you behave. Don't try to play victim. And they always do. They always do. Never fails. Okay? They try to cry, and I can't believe it. I love you so much. Once they cross into enemy territory, they are no longer your partner. You understand that? Stop protecting them. Get their asses arrested. If they lose their job because they're in jail, that is tough shit. Keep your goddamn hands off of people and stop being abusive. And if you can't stop being abusive, give some psychotherapy. That's what the hell you do, you sick pup. You sick bastard. So, yeah, she lost all her power. All her power. behind him. That's that story is very powerful in itself. So something to think about. You guys take care. Be careful. Get rid of them in the beginning. Do you understand me? Get rid of them in the beginning. Y'all take care. Much love.